The mitzvah of Rosh Hashanah is Tekiyah Shofar, blowing the Shofar. Now, Avnei Nezer said that this represents the fact that Rosh Hashanah is the anniversary of the creation of man, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu blew a neshama into him. And every year, on that day, HaKadosh Baruch Hu recreates us, recreates man, and re-blows a neshama into us. And that's done by the shofar. The blowing the shofar is HaKadosh Baruch Hu blowing a neshama into us, blowing new life into us. And the Shem Yishmuel adds to his father's vart that it could be that that's why Chazal instituted making a bracha beforehand. Because we need to first prepare ourselves that our hearts will be open and receptive to receiving that new life force that Hashem is blowing into us. First we make the bracha, and one can add that according to the minhag of Cries, we say La Menatzeach, we say Tehillim beforehand. That's to prepare our hearts that the doors should be open. The doors to our heart should be open to be able to receive the new neshama, the new life that's being blown into us by Hashem via the shofar. We also find that the shofar is an expression of us, of what we're doing and what we're reaching for. And the Beis Avram says, Beis Avram from Islanim says that they represent the cries of a Yid who realizes how far he is from Hashem. And the pattern of Tekiyah Shofar is that we start with a Tekiyah, a straight, long call, then Shvarim, then Shruah, and then another Tekiyah. It says the Tekiyahs represent a call, a wordless call, because we're so far from Hashem that we don't even remember the language to communicate with Him in. So we just call out. And after that, we begin to cry. And following the cry, there's another Tekiyah, but this time it's a shout of exaltation, of joy. And he says that the reason is because true brokenheartedness, if it's done in the right way, leads to joy, doesn't lead to depression. And I think that the first cry, the first Tekiyah, before a person starts to break down into actual tears that's represented by the Shofar and Shruah, it's because sometimes we're so far that we can't even get ourselves to cry, because crying is already a level of recognition that you realize the problem. Sometimes all we know is that we're so far and we don't want to be far, but we don't even feel how bad it is to cry. And after we let out that first yell on the distance, on how far we are, that brings us closer so that we can actually start to cry about it. And when a person cries about it and his heart is broken into a million pieces, how distant he is from Hashem, that leads to joy, because he realizes Hashem is right there. The minute we open up to Him, Hashem opens all the doors for us. We should all be zeichet to have a ksiva v'chasima tov and a git gebench the year, and a wonderful year of Yeshuas and brachas, and Hashanah Tova u'Masuka. Lonu l'chol Yisrael.